Join me for a little mobility. We'll start in a cat-cow. So our hands are going to be under our shoulders and our knees are going to be right under our hips. And maybe that's not going to be comfortable enough for you. Maybe you got to take it a little wider because of your limited mobility. That's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to think about pushing our spine upwards and getting a stretch in the upper back and shoulders. And then we're going to use our tailbone and kind of tilt it a little bit inwards. So we're really getting a nice arch in the spine, flex, and then we're gonna flex the spinal muscles as we drop the belly down, pull like the hip bones close to your ears. Like imagine your hip bones are coming closer to your ears. And we're just gonna go back and forth. And as you become more stable in your body and as you get a little bit more mobility, maybe you do walk your hands in underneath your shoulders. And then that would really help to increase the stretch of the upper back. You can bend your elbows too. I find when I kind of push away, push my heels of my hands down, that helps me to get a little deeper of an arch. But you'll just want to go nice and easy, warming up the spine, getting a little bit more mobility in the upper back, a little bit in the hips and tailbone. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. The next move we're going to do is the world's greatest stretch. And they call it the world's greatest stretch because it stretches so many things. I find the best way to come into it is from a kneeling position. You'll step one leg forward and you want a nice 90-degree angle. Your opposing hand will find the ground equal with your foot, and then you're gonna step this leg backwards. If that's not in your capacity, keep that knee down. What we're really gonna do is focus on turning our chest to the side. So maybe you wanna track your hand up a wall, nice and easy. You wanna keep that hand moving straight up a wall and twisting your chest to the side. And you'll feel a nice stretch in your chest, but also your thoracic spine and your shoulders and upper back. Inhale, and then exhale, come down. Inhale, rotate up, and exhale, rotate down. To progress this, you would want to step that leg backwards. That way you're getting a little stretch in your hip flexors. And then you can also thread a needle through. You're going to thread your hand through, trying to get that counter twist, that nice stretch in the upper back. So I'm trying to get my elbows closer together. So I inhale up, exhale, drag it through. Inhale up, exhale, drag it through. And then switching sides. So lower the knee down, step that foot back, push yourself up to a nice kneeling position, step your other leg forward, hand becomes square. You can extend the leg back or not. That arm is going to rotate up and then down. And as you're like going up the wall with a paintbrush, you want to make a nice straight line, getting that rotation in the upper back, in the thoracic spine, a little bit of the chest opening. And I'm just going to do it this way so I become equal. It's always important if you're doing one thing on one side, you want to match it and do the same thing on the other side, giving your body equal love and attention on both sides. Inhale and exhale. Another great move to do for mobility is a 90-90 stretch. So you're going to have your feet out in front of you. Hands are supporting your spine behind you. You want to have a nice bit of space between your feet because you're going to drop this knee down towards that foot. See how I have that distance there and my feet don't touch? So we're internally rotating one hip and externally rotating the other. And the goal is to get both of your knees down. and feel that nice stretch. So this is a good thing to do if you want to increase your mobility in your hips, because you're working both internal and external rotation. And sometimes you can even like push your hip out a little bit more to deepen that stretch. You could not use your hands if you want to have an added mobility challenge, right? A lot of people, when they want to progress this, they also come up onto their knees. They'll come up in space, but find what works for you. Just feel it out. Another great thing to do for mobility, another stretch for mobility is a deep squat. So you're gonna wanna come through this a couple different ways. You could start by opening one foot out wide and maybe add a little pressure to the knee just to open up a little bit more in the hip. Go at it each side. Have your hands on the ground and then try to bring both feet flat. If you're here on your heels or on your toes, a-okay. The goal is to have your feet flat and your hips opening wide. And I like to bring my arms on the inside of my legs. That helps just to deepen the stretch. And just hold it here. And you can even like get a little dynamic with it where you're going back and forth. And then you could try to come up and straight down from it. Lots of things you can do there. Another thing to do for wonderful mobility is arm circles. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have one arm out to the side, and we're gonna keep the palm facing down. And we're going to bring it like an airplane in front of our body and up to a diagonal kind of by our ear. Now, once we get up here, we have to rotate, externally rotate the shoulder. Wait, no, there it is. So watch your thumb. Your thumb is gonna go straight up, and then you're gonna rotate it, and then you're pushing away behind you. So bring your thumb straight up, rotate it, and push it behind you. Thumb goes straight up, rotate, push away. And that's gonna really open up that shoulder joint, the rotator cuff. And then I like to go in the opposite direction. You don't need to rotate your wrist in order for that to happen. And make sure you do it on the other side. So, other arm, bring it up by the body, thumb up, rotate the wrist, pushing away, release it down. Bring it up, rotate, push away. Bring it up, rotate, push. Opposite direction. I like to do 3 of each exercise on each side for my complete mobility warm-up. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.